Good afternoon, traders. Hopefully, everyone is having a good day today. We had the Dow Jones down, Nasdaq, S&P both up. Now, before we get into the show, I really do want to thank all my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. And if you're not a subscriber and you happen to be watching the show, go ahead and subscribe. I really do think you're going to get a lot of valuable information from my technical analysis. All right, guys, with that, you guys know, guys who've been watching the show, that we do highlight the SPY every day, and then we go into the three stocks that look good going into tomorrow. All right, guys. With that said, let's do it. All right. So the SPY had a great day today. We did hit a new 52-week high today. Everything is looking really good. It looks like the market does want to grind a little higher. We have some really nice key support levels all the way here at that 10 SMA right here, and then that midpoint Bollinger Band, guys, right down here at 364.5, let's call it. Now, what's really critical at this point, if we start seeing any sell-off, guys, and we started getting below that low of 1214 of 3 days ago, we got to be really careful. We made that new 52-week high back there, came back down, tested this midpoint Bollinger Band, made a new 52-week high. Now, if we were to come back down and take out that low from there, there's going to be a high probability that we're going to retest some, maybe this 50-day moving average right down here at some point. Okay, guys? So, just be real careful. The market does look a little tired. But at best case scenario, we grind here for a few days, let this 50-day moving average move up, let this midpoint Bollinger Band right here move up a little bit, and then we can just make a nice little move to the upside here. Okay, guys, that is the SPY. All right, so actually, before I go into the three stocks that look really good going into tomorrow, I do want to go over the three stocks that I did mention from yesterday's show and why they were zero, there were no plays. Okay, guys. The first one, if you remember from yesterday, was PEIX. If you remember from yesterday's show, I did say make sure we take out yesterday's high today, and we did not do that. So clearly, it is no play. Now, if you're in PEIX or you're looking to get into it, I do think any close or any move below that 575, 580 mark, guys, this is probably going to go lower. So if you're thinking to add to this name, see if it breaks below that 580 mark and then add to your position at a lower price. Okay, guys, that is PEIX. It was a no play because we did not take out yesterday's high today. Next stock that was a no play was a STNG. This one also did not take out yesterday's high today, so it was a no play. So now what for tomorrow? If you want to play it, make sure it takes out that $12.30, guys. And if you do get in it and you see a reversal in this name, you have to get out of this name if it starts going below that midpoint Bollinger Band, which happens to be today's low of 1194. So any move below 1194, there's going to be a high probability that we retest that 50-day moving average all the way down there, down at that $11 mark right down there. Okay, guys, that is STNG. Next stock that was a no play was ATNM. This one, again, did not take out yesterday's high today. If you want to play it, try to play this, guys. If you know the name, you like the name, you know what it's about. It's a small biotech. I have no idea. I'm just looking at the chart. This 10 did still cross that 50, and that 50 is way above that 200. So that's sitting up nice. You want to buy it as closely as you can without going below that 50-day moving average. So, anything below 1118, I would sell the stock. But if you're thinking about taking a small position here tomorrow, just remember to sell the stock or put a stop in the stock anything below that $11.10, let's call it. Okay, that is ATNM. All right, let's go into the three stock that are setting up really nicely going into tomorrow. First one's ALT. Here's one that had a nice little move a few days ago, got on my watch list. I knew that 50 was crossing that 200 right there. There was going to be a lot of support. So it came up on my list. I was looking for a pullback. I did buy a few shares in this one, sub $12 today, knowing that 1168 was my out. I'm going to add to my position tomorrow on either some strength or if it does go back below that $12 mark, but I will use that $11.68 as a hard stop. If it starts getting below that 50-day moving average, guys, I will be out of the name. Okay, that is ALT. Next stock that looks really good going into tomorrow is AQST. Here's one that's had a massive run for the last month and a half after that consolidation that we had for about a month, broke out. Now the 10 is above the 50 is above the 200. They're all moving up, so this should be bought on pullbacks. And here we go. Here's that first pullback right down here at that 10 SMA. I knew it was right down there at 734, so right around 745 today I started buying up some shares. So what's the play for tomorrow? I would be a buyer on some strength, or if you do see some continued selling in this name, maybe buy it just above this midpoint Bollinger Band right here. But that midpoint Bollinger Band, guys, has to hold. Ever since this breakout, this midpoint Bollinger Band has held. So if that doesn't hold, this whole trend would be, for lack of a better word, different. So therefore, it may want to go back down to this 50-day moving average and retest that. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. All right, so that is AQST. I do want to bring this up on that 513 EMA chart. That 5 EMA is still above the 13, so that's really nice. And take a look, guys. Look where that 13 EMA is, right there at 734, and it bounced right off there. You guys, you can't even plan this. So again, there's some support here. So this should, again, hold, but you never know. Then use that midpoint Bollinger Band again as your final stop out price. So anything below 710, let's call it 706, that's your out in AQST. Last stock on the list before I let you go is PLL. This one looks like it's ready to run again. Closed at 26.20 near the high of the day. Did cross above that 10 SMA. One thing, that 10 is below the 50-day moving average. Not a big fan, but tell you guys, this starts running again. This will take no time for that 10 to get back above that 50, and then we have that beautiful setup that we like where that 10 is above the 50 and the 50 is above the 200. Okay, guys? So again, this is setting up real nicely going into tomorrow. Buy this on some strength. Again, here's that 513 EMA. The 5 is below the 13, but one or two more days on the upside, that 5 EMA will be crossing it. So this is why it's imperative, guys, that our stop is below right here at 25. So your risk reward's about $1. The upside is going to be really nice if this starts uptrending again. Okay, guys, that is PLL. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. My name is Eric. Hopefully, everyone had a great day today. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. I'll get right back to you with any comments or anything you may, any questions you may have. And if you're not a subscriber and you happen to be listening to the show, go ahead and subscribe. I really do think you're going to really not only enjoy the show, but you're going to get a lot of technical information. You're going to learn a thing or two, and you're going to actually learn how to trade on your own. And that's the most important key. Okay, guys, learning how to trade, with your own setups. All right, everyone, have a great night. Again, my name is Eric. We'll see you tomorrow after the close. And remember, guys, trade smart and be safe.